This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
Here's your report.
Oh, thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire someone just like you.
Try LinkedIn Hiring Pro. It's more than a job board. It's like the recruiter you always wished you had. Hiring Pro uses real-time insights to match your role to LinkedIn's unique network of professionals and delivers a short list of best fit candidates. You'll spend less time sorting applicants and more time talking to the right people.
Let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
Let me say first, John, it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure just to watch you on TV. It's more a pleasure just to see you.
Thank you.
Okay.
You feel the same way, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the plaintiff, Douglas Brinson. He says he got into a fender bender, brought his car to the defendant, and the guy ruined his headlight. He's currently riding around with tape on his headlight to hold it in place because the defendant messed things up so badly. The defendant also trashed his factory bumper. He's very unsatisfied with the work and is suing here and now for the $550 he's owed. This is the defendant, Frank McGowan. He says he tried to help the plaintiff by making a quick and inexpensive repair because he claimed he had no money to pay for anything. In fact, he fixed the man's car for free because he was a fellow veteran. Now, 2 years later, he's complaining about a messed up headlight. Come on, man. He's accused of keeping a fellow in the dark.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome in.
Okay, Mr. Brinson, you are suing Mr. McGowan for $550 for a damaged headlight and a lost factory bumper that you say happened at his hands. Tell me what's going on.
Okay. Let me say first, John, it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure just to watch you on TV. It's more a pleasure just to see you.
Thank you.
Okay.
You feel the same way, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now it's even again. All right, go ahead.
Okay. I knew Frank a long time ago, over 5 years, and he used to do side work for me on the side.
What kind of side work?
Mechanic work.
Right.
And Frank, after about the last of the 5 years, about maybe 2 years, Frank started getting kind of shysty with his work and moving away from people. Matter of fact, he fixed my headlight on my car, and the headlight turned white from him putting crazy glue on something, Elmo's glue, or whatever glue he used.
What happened to your bumper and headlight that you needed him to fix it?
My bumper, well, I got into an accident previous, and it cracked the corner of my bumper. But it was just a crack. It was something that could be fixed.
So you hired him to fix it?
Yeah, I hired him to replace the bumper from the guy. I went and bought an off-the-market bumper.
Okay.
And so he replaced it. And I left him there about maybe 11 p.m. that night, and I called him within the hour to tell him, yo, Frank, save my factory bumper for me. And he told me, hey, Doug, that's gone already. And I'm saying within an hour, you gave away my bumper without calling me?
Okay.
And then the next day, I come to find out the headlight that he put in there, my same headlight that came with my truck, it turned white. And he refused to do anything.
When did all this happen?
It happened he did the work at night. It happened in 2009.
Okay, why did you wait 3 years?
Because he was running. He was running because he was doing so much stuff and taking people's money, and he got out of the neighborhood. And I just could.
How much did you pay him to do the repair?
I paid him $100.
And when you picked up the car, why didn't you complain then?
Because it was at night and I didn't see the white.
Why didn't you complain the next day?
I did try to talk to Frank numerous of times about, hey, Frank, the headlight turned white. Can we do something about it? He blew me off, and then he got out of the area for years.
And then what happened? How did you come to sue him now?
Because I was at a mechanic shop. I needed some more work done, so I went out of my area where I live at, and I went to the mechanic shop to get the work done, and I was browsing around, and I looked over, and I seen Frank. But he was running for a long time. And so I confronted him, and I asked him, I said...
It turns out he was just in the next town over?
Well, it's about almost a mile away.
Oh, a mile away!
And
Your car must not work a lot.
No, you don't have to go in that area. Why should I go in that area?
I understand, but it's not exactly running. It's not like he's a fugitive.
Oh, no, he was running. He was ducking.
Okay.
He was ducking. He wouldn't get in touch with me.
All right, what's going on?
Your Honor, first of all, I fixed his headlight about 2-3 years ago. He had an accident. It wasn't crazy glue. It was glue that we used in the body shop, and I did him a favor in front of my house. Wasn't at no shop or anything.
Did he pay you $100?
No, I never got any money from him. Matter of fact, he still owes me for the brakes he paid me for. Now, he didn't pay me for. And it's his bumper that's on the vehicle. The vehicle's in the parking lot, and I'm sure
the vehicle's in the parking lot here?
I've seen the vehicle in the parking lot.
You brought the vehicle to the parking lot?
The serial numbers on the parts will match the VIN number to the vehicle, so I want to know how that's how we can establish that.
I had to bring it because the camera would take a clear picture because you couldn't tell.
That's awesome. Let's go look at it. But let me just ask you a question. Wait. Are you saying that you bought a bumper and gave it to him to put on?
Yes, off the market
bumper. Do you have the receipt from that bumper?
No, I don't have the receipt for that.
And obviously there's no paperwork between you two.
No.
And Your Honor, I've seen him numerous occasions since this has happened. He came to my shop to sell me tools. He came to me to get his brakes done after this incident.
Did you go to him to get your brakes done after this?
No. Yes, he did. He never paid me for them neither.
No.
And the discoloration of the lens is because he put tape on the lens, on the light. There's scotch tape on the light, and the heat of the bulb is what discolored the lens, not the crazy glue it wasn't even crazy glue. It was body shop glue. Because the brackets were broke, the headlight fell out. So I put the glue for the brackets.
Did you use your spit and chewing gum too? Like, why are you putting it
What's
together
on the
like
lens
that?
now is tape. The vehicle's outside.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Wait. I want to see the vehicle.
Is what discolored it.
I want to see the vehicle.
And I never put any tape on the lens.
Stay right there.
Okay.
Just stay where you are.
Let's go. You got the key?
Yes.
Follow me, gentlemen.
Stay right there.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness.
It was already like that before I put the tape on.
Where'd you put the glue?
If you open the hood, I'll show you where the glue was. Yeah. Open the hood. The brackets that hold the headlight in place were broken. He needed a new headlight. He didn't have money for a new headlight, so he had me repair that headlight.
Did he?
I did not.
That's his original headlight. He didn't have money for a new headlight.
Well, he wanted
me to repair that headlight the best I could.
Where is it that you glued it?
Behind the grill, and the tabs obviously are all the way down there, so I don't see how any glue got on this lens. They're held in all the way inside.
Why didn't you just use the hardware that you're supposed to use?
Because, Your Honor, he never supplied me any hardware, and he did it. I did it in front of my house.
I realize you're an alley mechanic, but can you get the hardware?
If he came to my shop, I work at a very reputable shop.
Oh, well, then why didn't you just
Because he didn't have the money for that. And
how much money could it cost to put the hardware?
He needed to buy a whole new light. It was broken. I told him that.
It was not broken.
A whole new light.
He needed a whole new headlight. The headlight was...
My light, you want to see my light come on right now?
The tabs that
my
hold
light
the
come
headlight.
on right now with no problem.
It doesn't matter. What holds the headlight in place is why you need a new headlight.
Gentlemen.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay.
Let's go back in.
Okay.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Is waiting 3 years in a situation like this too long?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Well, I think 3 years is a tough case to try to prove for something of a case of this magnitude. Glue, I mean, 3 years later, most glues would probably have lost their adhesiveness by then.
But what about the whole notion that it created a milky film? Wouldn't that have shown up 3 years ago? Is 3 years too long?
Definitely too long. I mean, anything could have happened. The guy could have messed with the lens on his own. Definitely too long.
That's a good point, and you're going to get the last word?
He probably spilled the milk there.
Oh, you spilled milk on. That's what happens going inside the courtroom.
Did you skip town?
Not at all, Your Honor. I lived in the same house I fixed this car for a year later. And I went to a different shop, which was half a mile away. And he's been there numerous occasions. He came to sell me tools. He came to get his brakes fixed.
Never sold a man a tool in my life.
He came with a whole car full of tools to sell me. He knew where to find me. I don't hide from nobody. I'm a veteran. There's no reason for me to hide.
Well, just because you're a veteran doesn't mean that you don't hide.
Yeah, I don't hide from anybody. He knew where to find me because he found me numerous times after that to get all the work done. 3 years later, he came telling me that the headlight is fogged and he wants a headlight. And I even told him, Doug, buy a headlight. I'll put it in for you free. He still didn't have the money to buy a headlight, and that's why we're here.
So, but why would he sue you?
I have no idea.
Did he get all excited when he saw you at the gas station? Did he look like he had been looking for you?
No, I've seen him a few times since then. He's been back and forth to the gas station numerous times.
When was the last time you saw him before that at the gas station? I mean, when was the last time you saw him before the time?
Last year, I did brakes for his vehicle.
How'd you find him at his shop?
I was at a mechanic shop doing some work on my front end, and I had to look for somebody who specialized in that type of work. So I had to go all the way like the end of Forest Avenue, and that's where he works at. That's why it's a mile away from where he used to be at.
Did you change your number?
But he had to get out the area, Your Honor.
I had the same cell phone number for 10 years, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Did he change his number?
No.
He had to get out
How
there.
is it you can't find him if his cell phone number hasn't
same
changed?
number for 10 years, Your
He
Honor.
talked to me all the time, but he never would make up for what he did.
I thought you said he ran from you, and it was all a big surprise.
Right, he was running. He was on the other side because he was running from this other lady that he took $300 from.
No,
he was
that's
running
not-
from her
that's not
too,
true.
and she had pictures of him going up and down the neighborhood where he was working at, showing him, "Don't let Frank do this work. Here's his picture right there. He owes me money. He owes me money." And she ran him out of the neighborhood.
That has
Really,
nothing to do with this case.
she ran him out.
But Your Honor.
Yeah, but she ran him out the neighborhood. And I told him, Frankie, if you don't fix my headlight, I'm gonna go get that crazy woman for you. And sure enough, yeah, she's crazy. And sure enough, she got she got a court case with him too.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
Okay.
She does. I got her paper in my car.
What happened to that case?
They go to
Your
court.
Honor,
They go to court when she called.
What happened to that
She
case?
brought her car to the shop, not to me. And then she came in the night and stole the car back and never paid my boss. And then she
That's
seen
his
me.
word.
And she, in the restaurant, eating with my wife, and she stole my wife's purse.
Because
and
you
ran
took her
down the
money.
street.
He took her money.
She stole the purse?
He took her money.
She stole my wife's purse. There's
He took her money.
an open warrant for her for stealing my wife's
it's not.
purse.
The lady
Yes, there is.
the lady is from
Okay.
Africa,
We'll
and the
see a
lady
police
just didn't
report.
understand that she didn't understand.
That wasn't her purse?
No, she didn't understand. If you take something from me, I can take it back from you. But she said,
She speaks perfect English. She's been here for 30 years.
But still, she said, you took mine, so I'm taking yours.
She stole the
That's
car
why
in the
I
middle of
told
the
her, I
night
said,
from the
Patricia, that
shop.
was wrong.
Did your wife get her purse back?
Yes, I chased the lady down the block and got her back.
And he walked like this. He walked like this, but you don't believe that he can run that fast.
I ran that fast. I caught her and got my wife's purse back. And the police are looking for her.
Doug, Frankie, he caught me. I did not believe he could run that fast. You know,
I can
but
run.
still, the fact is, she ran him out of the neighborhood, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Brinson, your case is just really, really thin. It's 3 years later. You have no paperwork. You have no proof you paid him for it. You have no proof of phone records to show that you're trying to track him down. He hasn't. You tell me it's because he left town and you couldn't be found. He ends up a mile away. He ends up with the same cell phone number, and you're coming here 3 years later to complain about a job when clearly something else has happened to your light, or it fell out, and it was something, because you have tape all over it. Mr. Brinson, it's been a pleasure to meet you. I mean it. I could listen to you from now till the cows come home.
From day one, Your Honor.
You are fascinating, but you have no proof.
Your Honor, from day one, he ducked me. He would not do it. You didn't see this guy run. You heard that girl say she could run. He could run. And he was running away from me. Every time I called him, he would never respond. He would never say, Doug. He would never say, Doug, okay, man, come over, man. I know I put the glue on the light. Let me straighten up the light for you. If he would straighten up the light for me, Your Honor, I wouldn't be here for the bumper. I would have let it ride. But he didn't do one thing, which made me go into another thing. He did me wrong.
I got you, Mr. Brinson.
Like
I got you. You feel he did you wrong. I know that. If there's anything I know right now is that you feel he did you wrong.
100%, Your Honor.
But your feeling that he did you wrong is not as good as proof, okay? And when you wait 3 years, you've basically lost your proof. You have nothing. You have 3 years of passage where a million things could happen.
No,
we're done. Mr. Brinson, we're done. My verdict is for the defendant. Good luck.
All right, guys. Both sides.
Well, the plaintiff, Mr. Brinson, comes out here. Come on over here. The story was good, but the proof was lacking there, so the judge can only rule one way.
All right. Just never let a mechanic do work for you and work with crazy glue. That's all.
All right. Well, listen, you guys are old-time friends from the neighborhood. What's the state of your friendship now?
Because he know he messed my light up, and he won't fess up to it.
Why'd it take 3 years, though?
Because he can run.
Oh, all right, okay.
He knows how to run.
Okay, all right. All right, if you just head right down this way, let's see what he has to say about this. All right, so come on in here, step up a little bit. What's your reaction to this?
My reaction is the judge was perfectly right. I told him in the beginning he needed a new headlight. He didn't want to purchase a new headlight.
Yeah, we've heard all that.
I repaired the headlight, and that's the best I can do. I told him, even he's a friend of mine. I told him, you want to buy a headlight, I'll put it in for you.
I know. Still a friend of yours? Do you still consider him a friend of yours?
Not at this moment, no, sorry.
No. Is it true that you can run as fast as he says you can?
I can run fast, but I've been in the same place for 10 years, the same shop. I have the same cell phone number for 12 years. He found me when he wanted other work done, but now he says he can't find me when he wanted something fixed that he didn't want to fix properly in the first place.
Okay, Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, if somebody damages your property, the very first thing you should do is send an email and just make the statement, acknowledge it, lodge a complaint. That way, you preserve your rights and you make it very clear at that moment you notice the damage. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This summer, say I do.
I am marrying a stranger.
Like never before.
Am I crazy?
It's a whole new Married at First Sight on Peacock.
Thank God I woke up in love.
With new experts.
My name is Dr. Lisa.
My name is Paul Brunson.
More couples.
This could be the start of a very successful marriage.
And more surprises.
Or maybe not.
Everything is just not enough.
You're a little bit crazy.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I want my fairy tale ending.
Married at First Sight, now streaming. New episodes Thursdays, only on Peacock.
This is the plaintiff, Kamisha Kelly. She says the defendant, her former boyfriend, took her very expensive computer and video camera and threw them out. That's right. Just put her stuff right into the garbage. Gone forever. Just because the defendant's angry she broke up with him gives him no right to toss her stuff. She's suing for $1,556.16, the amount she's owed. This is the defendant, James Sterling. He says the plaintiff up and moved out on him one day. He came home from work and all her stuff was gone, just like that. The things she left behind she abandoned. She didn't want them, and he had every right to throw them out. He's accused of tossing a relationship.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Okay, Ms. Kelly, you are suing Mr. Sterling for $1,556.16 in several of your items that you say you left at his place when you two broke up, and he has destroyed because you two broke up. Tell me what's going on.
I met Sterling on a dating site, Mate1.com.
Which one?
Mate1.com.
Meet One?
Mate, M-A-T-E.
Mate One.
Yes.
Got it. All right, we'll get through this. All right, Mate1.com.
Yes.
Okay.
I called him.
Does it have some kind of specialty that, I've never heard of that one.
Actually, I work a lot, so I don't get time to socialize.
No, I've heard of dating sites, girl. I think the whole thing's very efficient. I mean, I've been married for 20 years, but if I wasn't, that's how I would. It's like internet shopping. It's fine. But I have a question for you, though.
Yes.
It's just anybody? Anybody can be on it?
You have to meet certain criteria to be on it.
You do?
Yes.
What's the criteria? Alive?
Yes.
All right, so you meet him on what day? Valentine's Day?
Yes, we did. We met on Valentine's Day. It was real sweet. We talked. We met the Friday. We went out. We discussed what we want out of life. He was real straightforward and honest, and I love that about him. So it was like a flick at first sight. Then he was telling me about his plans, his dreams, and his aspiration. I really liked that because he was like so honest doing that, and I supported him right off the back. So
and at some point, what?
I supported him right off.
You supported him right off the bat. What does that mean? You like him?
Yes, I like him.
Or did you mean actually financially supported him?
No, not
Okay, I don't know what you're saying.
Oh,
okay,
I'm sorry.
that's all right. So you liked him, and then what?
Yeah, we talked, and he's saying...
Get to the part where you move in a few weeks after you met him.
Yes, I moved in.
Okay, all right.
Everything
so you move in a few weeks after you met him.
Yes.
A few weeks after you met him on an internet dating site, you moved in.
Yes,
Not
I did.
you date, and you date a few years, and it's really working well, so you want to take it to the next level. No, it's you move in to what? To your place?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have children?
No, I don't.
Okay, at least we got that going. All right. So, because half the time when that happens, I have people moving their children in too. You know, to somebody who could be a pedophile. Not to suggest that about you, but you know. All right. So at least it's only you who you were putting at risk. All right. So you move in. How many weeks had you known him when you moved in?
I think about 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks.
Oh, you know all about a man by then.
Yeah.
Right? In 3 weeks, you're gonna know everything there is to know. Yeah. How'd that work out for you?
It was actually good for the first month. Everything was all right. We understand each other. We talk about what.
And then after a month, it wasn't so good.
Right, because.
So it didn't work out too well for you not to wait and get to know somebody before you moved in with them.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Have you done that before?
No, it was actually my first time.
Okay.
I realized I was getting old and I really needed to have a relationship.
And that's fine, and I understand that, all right? And I understand the loneliness, but if you want, sometimes you gotta think long-term, and if what you want is a relationship long-term, then you wanna get to know someone before you turn around and uproot your life, because it usually doesn't work when it's like this. You know, you have to invest a little time in a relationship that's long-lasting. And if you can't wait 3 weeks before you move in with somebody, you don't know each other, you're gonna fight nonstop, and it's gonna turn out that you two maybe aren't compatible to live with each other, which is in fact what you found out. Because when you moved in, you two start fighting, and what are you fighting about?
My job, my hours, the amount of
What do you
hours.
do?
Actually, I'm a sales rep and I'm a nursing assistant.
And you were working how many hours a day?
Depending on what I feel, I work like 14.
And how long was he working a day?
Oh, he's not working. He don't.
Okay. All right. So you were lonely.
Yes, ma'am.
You were still lonely.
Yes, ma'am.
You moved the woman in.
Yes, ma'am.
You think your loneliness is over, and then you're still lonely.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly. Right. Of course, if you knew her a little bit beforehand, you'd say, well, maybe this isn't the woman for me because we're not compatible in that respect. And why aren't you working?
I'm retired. I'm military. I'm a veteran, PTSD.
Okay. You're going through some psychological issues?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You've handed me a report by a psychiatrist.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And according to the report, you're suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And dissociative disorder?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How long has it... Where did you serve? I'm sorry.
I was on the USS Saratoga, 1986, when we bombed Libya, and we had we got the hostages off of the, the kidnappers that kidnapped the Achilles Laurel, the big, and they pushed the man off the. We got that was our F-14s that made that 747 land. President
And what
Reagan.
was your role?
I'm a fireman. I helped the jets take off.
Right. Okay. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I'm sorry that you're going through difficulty. All the more reason why you might want to know somebody before they move in.
Yes, ma'am.
And at some point you break up. Whose idea was it? I take it was yours?
Yes, it was.
And then when you leave, why do you leave stuff behind?
Actually, I found the apartment and I came back the next day to get my stuff and he didn't want to let me in the apartment. He changed the lock because he knew I was going to leave because I told him.
But you had taken some stuff. You hadn't taken anything?
Not really, only what I need for the day. I didn't take anything.
So you needed your stuff, so what?
I went over there in a cab. I went upstairs and knocked on his door. He didn't want to let me in and I said, okay then, put them outside. Pack up as much stuff as you can and put them outside.
You're just shouting through the door?
Yes.
Like how are you communicating with him?
Yeah.
On phone or?
No, I was talking through the door because he closed the door. He didn't want to let me in.
All right, and what does he say? Yes, I'll pack it and put it out?
Yes. And he opened the door and he has the video camera on me and say I should just take up the stuff and leave. So I just took up everything, and I said, there's a lot more stuff, I leave. And he said, just go, go, go. I said, okay.
Do you have that video?
No, ma'am. I didn't bring it because I don't think we was
All
going
right,
to need
and
it.
so was there stuff that you wouldn't let her get?
No, that's not.
What do you say happened?
So they move in a couple of weeks after meeting on a dating site. Is that ridiculous?
You know what, the way communication is nowadays, I believe it is possible. 20 years ago, I saw my wife in the hallway of our high school, and I fell in love with her, and...
I'm really touched, but how soon later did you move in with her?
I would say after we found out she was pregnant.
Okay. Is it too? Oh no. Okay. Is it too long or ridiculous? A couple of weeks moving in.
Yeah, I think it's too soon to move in.
Let's get a different perspective. What do you think?
I think it's ridiculous because you can actually, well, it can happen because people can meet each other and fall in love in first sight.
Fair enough. When Harry met Sally, going inside the courtroom.
I went out. I go to see the psychiatrist once a week. And when I went to go see the psychiatrist, when I came back, she was gone. You can visibly tell that she took her stuff out of the closet, stuff out of the drawers.
So that was the first inkling you got that she was leaving?
I was abandoned. The first thing I felt was abandoned.
Abandoned?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So I imploded. You know, it hurted because why would you leave like that? And so she wanted to call me back and talk it over. I don't want to talk about it. I didn't want to. When you left, you should have took everything.
Right. And then what happened? What happened to the rest of her stuff that she didn't take?
Oh, the garbage got it.
The garbage got it?
Yes, ma'am.
How did the garbage get it? Did it come in and put its hands inside of the stuff and make it suck it into the garbage?
No, ma'am.
You threw it out.
She came by, like she said, to get some stuff. And I quickly put some stuff together. And I videotaped because I didn't want her to say I opened the door and hit her. Or anything like that.
Right.
So
that was smart.
So whatever she got, and didn't you want to call back and say I missed stuff? I said, well,
When did she say there's stuff missing?
Probably a day or two later when she checked.
She said it on that video. She said right there, then and there, wait, this isn't all my stuff. Probably?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what she says that you still had and refused to give her is a digital camera and a computer, 6 winter coats, 2 boots, 6 nursing uniforms, and some computer software. Let's talk about those. The digital camera and computer, did that stay behind?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and why?
Ask her.
Okay, where is it now?
In my house.
Okay, so you do, and those things belong to her?
No.
Who did it belong to?
Well, we bought those while we were together, and she left it.
Okay, you bought them while you were together and she left them, but who paid for them? You're not working, she's working 14 hours. I think I know the answer.
Yes, ma'am, she paid for them.
Okay, so you agree that she paid for them, but you feel like since it was during your time together that you co-own it? Not so much. All right. But those 2 things are at your house. All right. And then the 6 winter coats. Did she really leave 6 winter coats behind?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, where did those go?
I threw them away.
And 2 boots?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you throw out her stuff, and why did you throw out her stuff?
Because I didn't want any more contact. I felt when she left, when I went to see my psych, I felt that when she left, she should have been smart enough to, she made this plan, she should have been smart enough to take all of these things.
But that doesn't mean that you have what she should have done is one thing, and I agree with you, she should have. It would have been the smart thing to do. But what you have a right to do is another thing. And you apparently think that if she left it behind, you have a right to toss it. And you don't. You don't have a right to toss it.
Your Honor, I just want to clarify one thing. I have PTSD, and I thought when she told me that there was more stuff left, it was being more depressing.
I know, sweetie. And I don't mean to sound insensitive to it.
I was trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude to you nor her.
Right.
I respect women.
Okay.
But I had to look out for my psyche, too.
I know, but I would like to propose something to you. Maybe you can run this by the psychiatrist, but I think that part of your healing process is to be able to cope. And coping sometimes means you can't do what feels good at the moment. It means you have to have a little vision about where it's going to take you. And so if you don't want to see it anymore because it causes you pain, you know, all of us also, even people who have not gone through the horrible stuff you've gone through, all right, will feel depression and anger and sadness when a mate leaves us. And here we think we're finally not going to be lonely. We have this person, we really like this person, and then all of a sudden it's gone. Okay, but you have to be able to cope in a way that's inside the parameters of what society's going to mandate. And society doesn't let you or anybody else throw out people's stuff. So you're still going to have to pay for it. Now, there was an incident that I see a police report here for. What happened then in June?
Yes.
It's a couple months after you guys broke up. What was this?
Because I needed my stuff. He had given me a promissory note because he wasn't talking to me and I needed the rest of my stuff. So his birthday was the 30th of August, so I went over there. And
30th of what?
30th of April.
April, okay.
April, and I went over there and I made dinner for him and I let him write a promissory note so that I can get my stuff from him.
Do you have that?
Yes.
May I see it? What does that say, 1,500 or 1,300?
1,300.
For the what? Things. I threw out and money you gave me, just stop hurting me. You will be paid in full by 6/15. Did that happen?
No, ma'am.
Did you sign this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If it was good enough for you then, it's good enough for me now. And if $1,300 is the value that both of you put on the items, then he didn't pay you anything on this, right?
No, he did not.
Okay. I'm going to assess a value of $1,300 so that we don't have to get you guys together to transfer cameras or computers or whatever else. I'm going to order him to pay you $1,300, verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck to both of you, okay? May there be happier times ahead, all right?
Thank you.
Well, here comes the defendant out of the courtroom losing this case. First, thank you for your service. I echo the judge's sentiments there, and I'm sure we all do. What's your feeling on the outcome of the case here?
I think the judge is right. You make a mistake, you have to pay for it. I didn't see it that way at the time.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think she ended the relationship so quickly?
I wanted to spend more time with her than she wanted to work. She valued work. I value family contact.
Mm-hmm. All right, good luck to you. Right down this way. All right, come on in here and tell me, you satisfied with how this comes out?
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Justice is served, and I'm glad I won. I hope he has a nice life.
What'd you see in him at the time? You obviously felt strongly about him?
Yeah, he was honest. He was straightforward, which I love. You don't find that in a lot of men. So that's basically it.
You don't miss him?
Even if I do, that's the past. I have to move to the future.
Harvey?
Okay, I'm going to give you my 2 cents here. It is insane to move in with somebody after a couple of weeks, because on those couple of weeks, even couple of months, whatever, you are looking at somebody on their best behavior and not what they're really like. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
What's that, bud? The Lincoln Summer Sales Event is on now with exclusive offers? Oh, so you want to feel the wind pouring through the available open panoramic vista roof on a road trip? And spend the afternoon beachside hanging out on the back of the spacious Lincoln Splitgate? Okay, I'll schedule a Lincoln test drive today, right before your vet appointment. Visit your local Lincoln retailer or learn more at Lincoln.com.
This is the plaintiff, Hamid Shagri. He says he worked for the defendant's car service as a driver, but things didn't work out. He wants the security deposit he gave the defendant for the car he drove. The guy owes him for unpaid wages, and the louse has to be stopped because he's done this to other drivers he knows. He's suing for $1,041.52, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Abraham Shenhav. He says the plaintiff worked only 9 jobs for him, then abruptly changed his mind and told him he wanted out. He's a businessman and is trying to make a living just like everyone else. In fact, he's the one who lost money on this guy and most definitely owes him nothing. He's accused of driving a guy mad.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Okay, Hamid Shagri?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing Avraham Shenav
Yes, ma'am.
for $1,041.52 that you say is owed to you as a result of an employment contract, sort of not really independent contractor thing you had going on with him as a driver. Tell me what happened.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Hamid Shagri. I was driving his car. I have a contract with him on February 3rd.
And what was the contract?
That's Exhibit A and B. I have a copy of this.
All right, I have a copy of it. What I want to
A, B.
know is your understanding of the agreement.
Yes, the agreement was like I have to drive like the week. If I drive the whole week, then I have to pay him. The first 2 weeks, he said I have to pay like $400 a week. I have to pay.
Now you.
But then I returned his car on February 7th, on Tuesday.
So just a second. It's your car.
Yes, ma'am.
You actually own it, or you lease it also? Okay. Then you rent it out to him.
Yes,
and according to him, he's supposed to pay you $400 a week.
$450.
$450, and that's what the.
Well, no, Your Honor. For 3 days, they told me that you can drive car to see how much you can make money like that, you know. And when I started, I feel like I can make it the money they told me that. That's the reason, like a false, misleading, tell me that.
Because they told you
then
what?
I scared. They told me that very easily you can make $250 or $300 a day.
And so you have it for 4 days. They give you business. You don't feel it's enough business. And
Right.
you decide, this is for the birds. I don't want to do this.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
so you return the car 4 days later.
Right, ma'am.
Okay, now it's the weekend when they're.
Right.
All right.
I feel the statement they are saying you can make $250 to $300 a day very easily, right?
I have
and
a
I scare myself.
I got it.
now.
I think I have what you're saying.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
saying to me, Judge, yes, I signed a contract. And yes, my contract is for 6 months of rental of this car. But you shouldn't keep me to that, Judge, because they lied to me. They
Yes, ma'am.
induced me to go into this contract,
Exactly,
claiming that I'd make $250 a
Exactly,
day,
ma'am.
and I am not making $250
Exactly,
a day.
ma'am.
So I want what? The $500 security deposit that you
Yes,
paid to
ma'am.
them back.
That's right. That's
you don't
right.
want to pay any rent for those 3 days, but
Right.
you want to get your percentage of the payment from those 3 days
Exactly, ma'am.
without paying rent.
Without paying rent.
You want me to cook dinner for you too? And
Yes, ma'am. Well, actually,
hold on, stop. Respond to what he is saying, that you guys defrauded him and you guys told him that he'd make all this money and then he didn't make all this money. Go ahead.
the first, yes, he work a weekday, only 1 day.
Friday.
Half day in Friday, and few hours in Monday.
Are weekdays
How exactly
busier?
he know if can make the money or not? I don't know. What indication? Now I tell you what the reason. What he tell me why he leave.
Why?
This is not the reason. This is the reason. Nice to put it here. I don't have money to run the car or the Easy Pass because you need gas and Easy Pass. And you know what I advise him? No problem. We can figure out. I can give you. I have all time his voucher. I can take money from there. I'm not worried about this. The problem is, he said, okay, I want to think about this. I'll let you know in a few days. In the end from the day, the guy signed the contract, and he wants me to be a volunteer to give you all the money.
Well, that's interesting because he's suing you. He wants the only money that ever went from here to there is the $500, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the contract that you have with him says you're going to get 67% of the fares, right? The contract with Partners Executive says you will get what percentage of the fares does he get?
He gets 67%.
67%. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you look at me like I'm from Mars when I just said that and you looked at me like what?
No.
Okay.
Depends. They have percentage. If you look,
Right.
if you read all the
if he demands
statements,
it the same day, it's 53%. But he did.
Yeah,
All right. So
it
for
depends.
in his case,
they have 26%, whatever. Yeah. Okay.
in his case, because he hasn't been paid, in his case, it's the larger, but it's 67%. So, and he in his demand letter is asking for 100%. Right. I got it. So he wants you to pay him the 67%. No, he wants you to pay him 100%. Plus, he wants you to return the security deposit of $500, even though you drove the car for 4 days.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
your only entitlement to get a percentage of the fees is
No,
if
ma'am,
you pay
actually,
rent. You can't not pay rent
I
for
know,
the
ma'am.
car. I'm talking.
Okay,
you can't
sorry.
not pay rent for the car and then get the percentage of the fees. So I don't know. You sound a little greedy.
If the guy who runs the car service says, oh, you'll make a certain amount of money, and he doesn't, can the guy bail?
No, he can't bail. I mean,
why?
Contract's a contract. You know, there are certain stipulations that may have been discussed. However,
I get your point. Going inside the courtroom.
Your answer to this is, Judge, I don't want to pay him anything, not even the 67%.
No, I don't say this.
What are you saying?
If I own him, I own him maybe $100, even not this.
But why?
I waste time. I pay $6,000 insurance a year. $22,000 cost me this car. And somebody signed a contract like it's nothing. I can keep going. I can get paid.
Do you guys promise the drivers that they're going to make a certain amount a day?
We don't promise nothing.
Is there anything in the contract guaranteeing you that
No.
you're going to make? Of course
Your
not.
Honor,
Listen to my question. Is there anything in, you signed like how many contracts?
No.
Like 2 or 3 different contracts.
Yes.
Is there anything in any of those contracts that say you're going to make a minimum of $250 to $300 a day? Nothing.
No, not in the contract, ma'am.
No. The only way he's wrong, because you clearly have stopped the contract, is if you are allowed to stop the contract. And the only way that can happen is if you're able to prove to me that someone, despite the 3 contracts you sign where they don't guarantee you something, that someone guaranteed you something. I mean, at what point is there a little personal responsibility in this life where sometimes it's just a bad business decision? You may have done this for 4 days and you may decide, this isn't for me, I'm not making enough money, it's fine. But is there ever a consequence for people for signing something and then making a business decision like that? Why does somebody else have to pay for that business decision? Why isn't it just something that, all right, I'm going to cut my losses and move on? You know, you were supposed to drive that car for 6 months and pay $450 every week for 6 months. He's not chasing you for that. I find it even.
Thank you.
When plaintiff signed a contract and he's got to stick to it, step on in here. What's your feeling about the verdict now?
Actually, I feel like maybe I didn't convince judge like what happened, but look like I lose all my money.
Why didn't you stick with the job and try it for a little bit longer?
I know, but they make a promise you can make it. That's the key.
All right.
That's the main thing.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
All right, write down around the corner, okay? Sign your documents around.
Okay.
Right this way, okay? So come on in here and tell me. So what do you think happened here?
I think it's great. What's supposed to happen? You cannot sign a contract and nothing not happen. It's like, no, you're not responsible for nothing, and you walk away. You can do whatever you want.
Isn't it hard for the driver who signs it? Isn't it hard for those guys to make a buck?
If you put the 12 hours and you're hard worker and you know the job, you make your money.
Harvey?
If there was a guarantee the guy would make a certain amount, that's one thing, but no guarantee here.